Good evening to, good evening to all the participants joined in the virtual work-life balance program conducted by the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in association with Heartfulness. We have with us today's resource person, Mr. Sulabh Mishra, the IT professional who has immense experience in the IT field. I welcome him in this virtual program on work-life balance. I also put it forth that we are conducting the virtual program on work-life balance from Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. and on Saturday and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. So we are all are requested to join these programs on regular basis. With this, I am handing over the session to Mr. Deepak Khanduri to introduce the today's resource person, Mr. Sulabh Mishra, and thereafter handing over the session to Mr. Sulabh Mishra for further proceeding. Over to Mr. Deepak Khanduri.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sambit. Sulabh has been a dedicated Heartfulness meditation trainer since 2010 and has been practicing meditation since 1999. His deep commitment to heartfulness and personal development is reflected in his entrepreneurial endeavors and professional achievements. As an entrepreneur, Sulabh is running Brighter Minds since 2017, a cognitive development program designed for children and seniors. In his role as a cognitive coach, he addresses a significant gap in the academic field by incorporating tools and exercises that promote social, emotional, and ethical learning, alongside training the heart to harness intuition. In addition to his work with Better Mind, Sulabh is the founder and chairman of several paramedical institutes, further showcasing his dedication to education and healthcare. Before embarking on his entrepreneurial journey, Sulabh gained extensive experience in the IT sector, where he managed IT projects for healthcare clients. His diverse background and holistic approach to cognitive and emotional development makes him a distinguished leader in his field. Over to you, Sulabh ji.
Thank you, Deepak ji. Hello, everyone. As always, we will start our session with centering, reconnecting with our heart. So let's close our eyes. We will try to connect with our heart. Take a deep dive in our heart. See what emotions are there. How are we currently feeling? Whatever feelings are there, let them bubble up. Become aware of them. As you continue to dive deep within, remember your heart is your anchor. Ensure you stay connected with your heart throughout the session. Imagine this connection with your heart is spreading, and all other hearts surrounding you are also getting connected. If you like, you can now open your eyes gently. We'll begin with the session for today. Today, I'm going to present to you on the topic of emotional contagion. So let me share my presentation. So today I'm going to showcase how heartfulness meditation benefits your family. So you meditate and your family is getting benefited. How does it happen? Let's explore this ripple effect. So now I invite you to watch this video. There is no sound in it. Just watch why these mules started running all of a sudden. Did you notice who started it? You see what has happened. Even the rest of the population is also upset. See on the far right. We call this emotional contagion. The current state is now that everybody is alert and active. So someone triggered the change in state of others. So let's first understand what is emotional contagion. It's basically the spread of emotions from one person to other. Let's explore how this plays out at workplace and in home. We normally spread our emotions through non-verbal cues, through facial expressions, body language, tone of our voice. It also happens during social learning. Children observe parents' emotions and learn how to react in similar situations. Remember the phrase, children don't learn what you tell, children learn what they see. So parents set an emotional tone that permeates throughout the home. And then in the group dynamics, children also catch emotions from each other, creating a positive or negative feedback loop. In your workplace, it may sound strange, but if your team is all stressed out, so there are multiple people who are working under you, right? And there are multiple people who are stressed out. And you, on the other end, is one single person who's trying to stay calm, relaxed, but the emotional states of others will dominate, and the result will be that you will also get stressed out. So it's a very important consequence. If you know your boss who is not into meditation, tell them this. So probably they will also incorporate meditation in their workplace. Okay, so why this emotional contagion is happening? What is the neuroscience behind it? Let me tell you what mirror neuron has to do in this. See, this mirror neurons was discovered by an Italian scientist when he was working with some monkeys. And that's where accidentally they discovered this mirror neurons. Basically, they are those neurons which will mimic your action. So if I am yawning, for example, you will see me and your mirror neurons will pick up this act of Sulabh yawning and you will also start yawning. That's due to mirror neurons. There is a Stanford professor, I'm forgetting his name. He goes on to say that we have evolved more than others because of these mirror neurons, because we have developed this capacity to empathize with others because of these mirror neurons. We have more mirror neurons than others. In the animal studies, we have seen that these mirror neurons are localized. They are in one specific location. But in our case, it is spread throughout. It's also found in our threat response system. It is also found in our several other areas of the brain. So it is affecting our learning. It is affecting our emotions. It is affecting our empathy. It's all due to mirror neurons. Now, I want to give some examples how this has been researched in other areas. So let's take a look at this graph here. This study was done on the judges who give parole, similar to Jamanat that we see in India. So these parole are given in US. Okay, so this study was done, and here let me use my pointer. Okay, so this is the time axis. X-axis is your time axis. Okay, and this vertical axis is where you are getting favorable decisions from the judges. Okay, so if you see judge comes in the morning, he is in a good mood and he is rolling out some favorable decisions. But as the time progresses and it is nearing lunch now, so here, right here, just before lunch, his chances of giving parole is almost zero. He's not going to give you parole if you are in the line. So this dotted line represents the lunch break. Once the lunch is over, he's again well fed, his emotional state is again, it has changed. Now he's again giving more reason, more balanced parole decisions. Then again, he takes another break sometime during the day. And just before that, again, there is a significant drop in his decision, favorable decisions. Okay, so you see, if our emotional state changes, it affects our decision making. And it can have consequence on others, right? There's another example. This study was done by a few researchers on the school teachers. What they did was simply they took two groups of teachers, okay? And in the one group, they said that we are going to give you few students who are totally dumb, okay? So please try as best as you can, see if they can do better. And in other group, they gave another bunch of students and told these teachers that these are very bright students, they will do exceedingly well. See if you can further improve their performance. But unknown to these teachers, researchers had given a mix of students. So not even researchers knew who is dumb, who is good, who is bad, nothing. They were all average students. I mean, the mix was all from all variety. Okay, what was the result? The teachers who were expecting that these students are dumb, those students' performance went down significantly, whereas those students who were very bright, were perceived as very bright, very studious, their performance improved even better. So if you compare the group, you can very easily see that the group which the reality is both group is totally same, but the group which was expected that they are performing very nicely, their performance shot up. This was such a disturbing study that the researchers had to stop this study in between. This study was not completed actually because the results were so obvious and the impact was so detrimental that they had to stop this study in between. But the lesson that we learned is that our perception of others affect others. And based on our perceptions, we harbor certain emotions. And these emotions are contagious. Just like coronavirus, our emotions are also contagious. Okay. So you need to make sure, I'm giving this example of classroom. This can very well happen in the workplace also. So try to ensure that you have an emotionally positive environment in your workplace or in your home. Okay, so this is another slide saying the same thing. I hope I have emphasized this enough that you need to actively ensure that there is a positive learning environment. How you will do that? Through positive emotions. Okay. So now what are the strategies? What are the strategies to manage these emotions during workplace meetings or at home? So there will be three situations, right? Before the interaction, during that interaction, and after the interaction. So we will go through each of these phases one by one. So before the interaction, adjust yourself like we did today in the beginning. We adjusted ourselves, ensure that we are connected with our heart. And we also deepen our awareness of our inner condition. We meditated in the morning, right? So now we are deepening that awareness of that inner condition that we had gained in the morning. We make positive and silent suggestions that the meeting is already gone well. Okay, already gone well. So we are so positive about it. Then comes the situation where something has happened and we are disturbed. Now, just like coronavirus, if you remember, you were not given this vaccine if you have already attracted the virus. So vaccine works when you have not attracted the virus yet. So meditation is also like that. If you are calm, composed, you meditate, your condition will intensify through that meditation. But if you're already disturbed, then meditation will not help as much as cleaning will help. So cleaning is more like getting the treatment done. So first you get your treatment done. Once you are fine, okay, then get your vaccination of meditation and make yourself strong. You make your condition strong. Okay, and then we in one of our session we spoke about spot cleaning. It's nothing but the compressed version of the regular cleaning that we do in the evening. Since we do not have enough time in the workplace, we can do this for 30 seconds or 2 minutes. And then heartfulness relaxation, we can do it all along with our colleagues, with our families, before we start our meetings or we start our family life. So this is before the interaction. Once the interaction has started, continue to remain centered, remain connected with the heart, listen patiently and genuinely with an open heart. Try to ignore any value judgments. Try to see if you can avoid prejudices. That's what we mean by ignore value judgments. Be clear and simple. Stay within the topic when speaking. Avoid dismissing or disqualifying others' viewpoint, because it can disconnect us from others. So intention should be to remain connected with others while we are interacting. And if you see deviation happening, meeting is not proceeding as expected, request a moment of silence and then center yourself and again start. And finally, when the interaction is over, and we often recommend this in our schools where we go and share our heartfulness teachings, that after the school is over and before you let the students go out of the school, do relaxation for them. So you can do either relaxation or have a such period of silence or centering before parting. So these are few of the tips that can be incorporated to ensure that we are managing our internal state day to day, moment to moment. So in conclusion, remember that emotional contagion impacts performance. It creates positive environment. It can also create negative environment. So emotional management is key here. And what is the goal of all this? We want a happy and uplifting space where everyone can perform at their best. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this session. There were some key takeaways that you could take with you. Now we will do our heartfulness techniques. Today I want to share with you one very powerful technique which can be used if there is certain deep fear that has crept up. It's a strong emotion, right? Fear session, but there will be the instructions will be slightly different. So follow along, close your eyes, and listen to what I am giving as the instructions. Do as I say. Take a few deep breaths. Imagine there is a source of divine light above your head. There's a whole sky of divine light above your head. Visualize yourself pulling this divine light from the sky. Bring it very gently towards yourself. With your hand, you are visualizing that you are bringing this divine light towards your head. Imagine this divine light is passing through your head, passing through your neck, passing through your heart, and now direct it towards your left hand. This has to be very gentle. This cleaning is so gentle. Imagine you are removing something with a feather. So very gently this divine light is passing through your left arm, and it is pushing out any impurities or complexities present in your left arm. Any heaviness present in your left arm is being pushed out. Continue to bring this divine light down towards your elbow, lower arm, wrist, palm, and fingers. All the impurities and complexities are going out from your fingers. Again, draw this divine light from the sky. Bring it down. Bring it down as it is coming down from your head through your neck. This is removing complexities and impurities present there. Gently bring it further down. This passing through your heart, through your left abdomen, and entering your left leg. Imagine your abdomen is also getting cleaned, and your leg is also now getting cleaned. Pass this divine light through your leg. Continue to pull it down from thighs to knees to your calf muscles. Imagine this going out through your toes. Continue to clean your toes little longer, your big toes. Now again, draw this divine light from above. Bring it down from your head, through your throat, through your heart, and direct it towards your right arm. Passing through elbows, lower arm, wrist, palm, and fingers. Again, draw the divine light from above. Bring it down. Let it pass through your head, through your throat, through your heart area. Let it pass through your right abdomen and let it enter in your right leg. Your heart is purified, abdomen is purified, cleansed. Now your leg is also getting cleansed. Gently pull this light down, and as you pull it down, thighs are getting cleaned, knees are getting cleaned, calf muscles, ankles, your feet, your toes. Pay extra attention to cleaning your right toe. Clean it little longer. Imagine this divine light is cleaning the front of your toe. Impurities are getting ejected from the front of the toe, big toe. You very gently bring your attention to your heart. Make a supposition that the source of divine light is already present in my heart. To enable this connection with the heart, in morning, we remind ourselves with 3 lines. If you have already done it, no need to repeat it. But if you have not done meditation in the morning, here is how you can connect with your heart before starting meditation. So repeat with me these lines. O Master, thou art the real goal of human life. We are yet but the slaves of our wishes, putting bar to our advancement. You are the only God and power who can bring us up to that stage. With these lines, we want to establish connection with our heart. Once this connection is established, we begin our meditation on the idea that the source of divine light is already present in my heart and it is pulling my attention within. You may also give a suggestion to yourself. Yogic energy is being transmitted to help you dive deep within. Be inviting to this divine energy. Be open about it. Be open to experience this divine energy. Please start meditation. That's all. Continue to keep your eyes closed. Avoid any sudden movement. Let the condition that you have acquired through this meditation set in. Let it become stronger. Look within. Try to concentrate now to identify what condition is this. What gift has been given to you in this meditation. Recognize this condition that you have as of now, at this minute. How am I feeling? Use feeling word. Become aware of our own emotions and feelings. A better way is to write your condition in the diary immediately after meditation. In your diary, you can write how was your condition before meditation, what happened during meditation, what were the experiences that you got during meditation, what thoughts came during meditation, and now how am I feeling. If you get certain insight, you can write them also. Lot of ideas come. As an entrepreneur, I can share with you that during meditation, I get so many ideas that I am able to implement it because I know my heart is guiding me in those moments of silence. So we can take questions now. So what are the real life examples of emotional contagion? I said in the beginning also, if I am yawning, yawn, you will also start yawning. Another example would be if my mood is down, I am upset. And if I go and sit with few friends who are having a gala time, they are enjoying, cracking jokes, having laughters, it's sure that my mood will uplift a little bit. So that's again due to emotional contagion. If we go to a morgue, for example, sudden death is there, a death is there in a family, we go there. Even if we try, we will not laugh because everyone is sad, everyone is morose. So that emotion pervading this in that environment will affect us, and we will not we cannot remain cheerful in those environments. So that is again another example of emotional contagion. You're in your workplace, and it's very real that that happens in your workplace. If you are the boss and there is a lot of disruptions going on in the workplace, a lot of changes happening, and people are very uncertain, they are not sure whether they will be able to keep their job and all. There's a lot of stress, so they are in a majority. So obviously those majority is going to overpower your own emotional well-being, and you will also start feeling stressed out because of your subordinates or your colleagues, whatever be the case. So these are the examples. Next question: how we can relate the emotional contagion and empathy? See, what is empathy? Empathy is your ability to stand on my shoes and feel what I am feeling. This is your ability to empathize with me. Okay, so if I can empathize with you, that means I'm able to understand what you are going through. That means I am able to tap into your emotions. I can recognize your emotions. So in a way, I am getting getting affected by your emotions. That will be the real scenario when I will be able to empathize with you in a very real way. Otherwise, I can just say empty words and say, oh yeah, I can understand, I can feel for you. These are mere words. But if I let your emotions affect me, and then I empathize from that point, from that place, that is a real empathy that I am giving to you. Okay, next question. Today's program was how we deal with emotional contagion in the workplace. So the whole theme, I gave so many strategies to rhythm. Okay. And our rhythm can be changed with our changing emotions. Stay focused in my workplace. I have to create that environment. And how to create that? I need to center myself to heart, because in the there is movement. But if you look at the center of the wheel, it appears as though car is not moving. There is no movement in the center. Okay. There is very little movement, at least you can say, at least you will agree with me on that, right? So this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to get to the center of our being, to the core of our being. And there we are able to tap into that silence, that poise, that stillness, which is already there. If you have heard this kahawat, this saying in Hindi, Jaisi Sangati, Vaisi Rangati. Jaisi, whatever company you will keep, you will get the same accordingly, right? So I am trying to get the Sangati of this core of my being, which is already calm, centered, peaceful. So when I'm able to establish that even in the workplace, amid all the chaos, I can maintain my peace, my calm. And if others are affected and affect you, use these techniques that we are sharing in this forum. Cleaning, centering, heartfulness, relaxation. All these are techniques that if you can take a moment to pause, stop everything. And that pause will give you choice. And in that moment of choice, you can respond. So how do you create that pause? These are the strategies you create these pauses. Okay. So what is the role of social media in contagion? A big role is there. Social media is exaggerating everything. Okay, there is a study that whatever happens in social media, and if it is negative, it affects girls, ladies more because they are more social oriented. But it affects males also. So whatever you see in social media, it actually makes you tense. We have seen in so many cases during World Cup finals and all, India was, it was a nail biting finish and some people died. Right. So the scenario was creating so much, the atmosphere was so tense that affected you and you could not endure it. So social media, actually the way it works, it's again a very lengthy topic. The way dopamine works, it is affecting our dopamine levels. So we can actually take a separate whole discussion on dopamine itself. Okay, next question. What are the factors determining the rate and extent of emotional convergence in a group? I think with emotion, everyone is reaching to the same emotional state. Again, said in the, okay. And as I gave the example of a boss, he's one person, even though he's a dominant person, there are so many different colleagues, so many other people. and their emotional state is affecting this poor boss. So how many people are relaxed? It will affect us. Or how many people are happening? Why so much energy is being lost in in the friction between people, due to the politics and all that. If the friction is so much that all the energy is lost in this overcoming these frictions and all, we can surely say that organization is about to collapse very soon. So good question, but there is important work done by Dr. Ichak Arizes. You can refer to his work. There is a very beautiful book he has written, Mastering Change. He talks about personal disintegration, and then he has also written a book on organizational life cycle. You can refer to that also. And then there is a very beautiful program by Heartfulness in collaboration with Arizes Institute, Heartful Leadership Program. We cover all these things in much detail. It's a paid program, but it covers all this organizational change, disintegration in individual, disintegration in the workplace. A must program for leaders, I would say. Okay. So we have reached 9:30. There are a lot of questions still there, but Dr. Sambit, what do you suggest?
You can queue up this so that the important question may not be skipped.
I'm sorry.
One or two questions you just picked up from there, which is very important.
Okay, let me see. So some of these questions I have already covered. In what ways can it?
Last question, you just go through the last question and answer that question.
How awareness of emotional contagion can lead to better decision making and stress management within teams. Okay, even though the whole program has been taking care of these things also, but I will again elaborate. When we are more aware of our emotions, we know what state we are in. And these states keep changing, right? I'm in a state of calm, I'm in a state of alert, I'm in a state of fear, I'm in a state of panic. These are different states. So when I am aware, I know that my decision making is going to be impacted. Why? Because when I am stressed out, then only if I am in a state of fear, my threat response system is saying either you fight or you flight. And for both, I need to have energy conserved. I need to divert my energy towards my hands and legs. So my decision making is going to happen through my forehead, this prefrontal cortex area. But in these situations, I cannot make effective decisions. So what we can do, basically, if you have recognized, if this awareness is there, that there's a lot of fear right now in me, I will postpone it. Let me chew over. Somebody is asking me, what should we do in this situation? The best thing is delay. Let me chew over it. Let me think over it. Let me mull over it. We will talk about it again tomorrow. That's a good effective strategy that we can take. We don't have to. Sometimes we feel compelled as a leaders. We feel compelled that since we have been asked this question, we have to respond. We have to give solution. We have to give answer. But take a pause. See what your internal state is. Are you in the right frame of mind to make a decision? If not, postpone it, delay it. Ask the team to reconvene later tomorrow. Postpone the meetings if it's going to be a team decision. So these things can be done to make your decision making better, right? Again, stress management, the same thing applies. They're all related to each other. So I hope it answers the question.
Yeah. We are thankful to our today's resource person, Mr. Sulabh Mishra, for deliberating on various aspects of emotional contagion, so that we have also with us today's expert, Mr. Deepak Khanduri, so that we are thankful to Mr. Sulabh Mishra and Mr. Deepak Khanduri for continuous guidance and continuous mentoring in this work-life balance. Particularly, I am once again thankful to Mr. Sulabh Mishra for sparing us with that one is particularly 3 days on this various aspects, psychological aspects, emotional contagion, the cognitive science, and all other aspects of the psychology which are affecting our work-life balance. So we are thankful to each and every participant present over here for that one is particularly for this virtual program on work-life balance. We once again requesting you to join this virtual program on work-life balance on Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. and on Saturday and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. With this, we conclude the today's session. Thank you to each and everyone over here. Thanks to all.